Hey guys, Mr. Chicken Movies here, and happy Mario Day to everyone. But because this is a movie channel, oh god, I have to talk about a video game movie. Still to this day, no one has been able to get a video game movie right, and a good example of this is the first real attempt they had at it, the Super Mario Bros. Movie from 1993. It's directed by 2 people, written by 3, it stars a great cast including Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper, and by great cast I just mean better than Chris Pratt and Seth Rogen, not that that's saying much. It's also edited by the editor of Terminator, the music is composed by the same composer that Avengers Endgame had, and it's worth also pointing out that the script was written by at least 4 people. It was written once to emulate Ghostbusters. It was written another time to emulate a dark political thriller by 2 people that hadn't even heard of Super Mario. Then it had numerous rewrites on set hours before scenes were shot, and a 4th time a rewrite occurred midway through filming when Disney bought the rights to the project. Why did I choose to make this video? And well, this is going to be a long video because I'm trying to find the things wrong with this train wreck, so better get started quickly. God, where do I even begin with this movie? So, a meteorite that landed on Earth transported all the dinosaurs to an alternate universe where there's not just dinosaurs, but there's dinosaur people, and these dinosaur people are born in eggs, and one of them's delivered to the real world, and Princess Peach isn't in this, her name's Daisy for whatever reason, and she is like a university student who's digging up dinosaur bones, and there are lizard goons who want to kidnap her. Keep going, what do you mean? Nice job. Unsurprisingly, after 4 rewrites, this film is very tone deaf. Sometimes it swaps between this like sort of childish cartoony sort of thing, and other times it takes the mythology of this Mario world really seriously, and it just doesn't fit the project at all. It's so blatantly clear from the writing that many rewrites occurred, and all these conflicts in vision, they're just hindering the film ultimately. Another hindrance this film has is the god-awful ADR.
I thought it was broken. I fixed it.
I also want to talk about how bad this film looks visually. It just looks so generic, and for a film with a script this bland, I would at least hope that some part of the filmmaking is interesting, but it really isn't. Anyway, Luigi takes not Princess Peach on a date to look at some dinosaur bones, how exciting. We get an actual sequence of Mario and Luigi doing some plumbing, which lasts about 5 minutes, and then Peach gets kidnapped and thrown through a wall that takes you to another dimension. I'm honestly just confused how a plot about a Super Mario Bros. Movie can be this convoluted. Like, it's about a dumb fantasy video game. Why do you spend so much screen time just trying to explain how they even get into this situation from the real world? Like, what are they doing? But at least they follow Princess Peach and they go, okay, we're gonna like jump through this portal thing because plot, and my god, it's actually just hilarious. Like, this guy is about a foot away from the wall, and somehow he manages to still do a backflip before going through it, dissolving. We get some, like, psychedelic visuals, which I don't even know what it's meant to represent. The green screen is absolutely atrocious, and I just burst out laughing when I watched this sequence. But you know what? This may surprise you guys, but I'm going to be nice about the movie, because I actually quite like the production design of this scene. I like the whole aesthetic it gives. The problem is that aesthetic doesn't belong in a Super Mario Bros. Movie, nor does it belong in the movie that we've already been established to be in. But you know, so far, it's the only thing in the film that strikes me as, you know, competence. My only assumption is that this one sequence blew out the entire budget of the film. That and the Mad Max style chase sequence, which that and the strip club scene are probably the two things that suit a Super Mario Bros. Movie the least. Yeah, the whole vision of this film is just weird. I don't know why these two directors were chosen. I'm also confused as to why the writers were chosen, given the fact that this scene is literally an entirely expository scene of just Dennis Hopper explaining the plot of the film, his motivations, what the MacGuffin is, and all that stuff. It just makes for really boring storytelling.
You know, boys, it's very dangerous here in this neighborhood. You shouldn't wander around without a weapon.
Yeah.
You got one?
No.
All right. Get him up, sucker!
I'm kind of just at a loss at how every single creative decision in a film can be the wrong one. For example, this is Toad, a singing hobo, and I wouldn't get too used to him if I were you. Because in this world, all of the reptiles evolved into humans, so they have devolving machines that can only affect certain parts of their bodies, and that turns Toad into a lizard man. So what you're telling me is that both apes and lizards all became humans.
What?
And now he's a Goomba, which means I guess you can add him to the list of butchered Mario characters. Can't wait for the sequel where Donkey Kong is a construction worker turned political prison that got devolved into an entire ape. Anyway, Mario and Luigi are sent to prison, which they break out of almost immediately after, which begs the question of why is anything in this movie happening? Although we do get this gem.
Name?
Mario.
Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Okay, look, how many Marios are there between the two of you?
It's three. It's Mario and Luigi Mario.
Why is this movie? Why is anything? Why did I decide to make a video on this movie? Anyway, Aunt Petunia tells Daisy she's a princess, and what the hell did you do to Yoshi? Then we have a completely pointless sequence where Mario and Luigi and Iggy and Spike infiltrate a strip club and they get a rock and then they lose the rock. So what's the point of that sequence then? Like, we didn't learn anything and the plot didn't really move along in that sequence, so what is the structure of this film? I'm also still waiting for the bit where Mario gets character development. Actually, fun fact, during the filming of this scene, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo resorted to doing shots between takes. And I don't blame them. If I was in this movie, I'd turn to alcoholism too. Making this review alone gave me liver failure.
My, you have let yourself go!
So you're telling me that dinosaurs and fungi evolved into humans? You may say I'm nitpicking a kid's film, but like, what kids would enjoy this film? Hey look, it's the movie. And is that meant to be their final costumes? We then have Luigi teaching Goombas to dance, we get another sequence of Mario and Luigi plumbing, and Daisy escapes. I've left a lot of stuff out, but if anything, I think that can show how unfocused the script is. I also feel that the less I think about this movie, the better it is for my mental health. So King Koopa's plan is to merge the two worlds so he can take them both over. This merging, for reference, is visualized by a couple of people teleporting to Brooklyn. Wait a sec.
We're merging. You don't have the rock. You filthy man.
Start? I don't feel so good.
For a film trying to have deep political messaging, you might want a deeper villain than this. Although it is very funny how goofy this movie is. Because King Koopa becomes a dinosaur, then a puddle. Princess Peach, I mean Daisy, saves the day, which conveniently fixes everything, and randomly turns this fungi back into Lance Henriksen? Wait, why none of the Goombas turn back? Mario and Luigi return home, shutting the gateway forever. Just kidding, except just when you thought this movie couldn't get any worse, there's sequel bait. I'm glad that never happened. Oh, there's also a post-credit scene that breaks the fourth wall, except from it's not funny. Anyway, movie over. This film is absolutely terrible. I have never seen a film that distorts the source material this badly. So many creative choices are just baffling. Who's this for? It's got no idea of what it wants to be, thus making this a film for absolutely no one. Who asked for a movie like this? Ignoring the fact that it's based on a Mario game. It's tonally all over the place, the dialogue is atrocious, it's not funny, it's boring, The characters are two-dimensional, the cinematography is ugly. If you want to make a video game movie, you should probably hire people with the following criteria. 1. Understanding of the source material. 2. Talent. There's definitely talent in this film for sure, but it's so wasted on a terrible script. The fact that Hollywood execs are still oblivious to what audiences actually demand is so annoying, because this is the end product. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is irredeemable. Let it be a lesson. If you don't respect your audience, the audience won't respect you. Hopefully, it will be like comic book movies someday, where fans who are genuinely passionate about video games lead these projects, but we're certainly not there yet. I mean, look at Uncharted. For now, at least we have something to laugh at. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out my Twitter at MrChickenMovies. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.